Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. You guessed it, another day, another new update here in Warzone. It is kind of crazy how frequently we are getting updates right now in this game. Now, obviously, there's a lot of stuff that needs fixing and a lot of stuff that needs updated, but we have yet another update today that has a handful of new bug fixes, some gameplay updates, and also a decent amount of weapon tuning to some of the top meta weapons in the game right now. So you already know today we are going over everything that changed in the new surprise update here in Warzone as we cover it all. If you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it, would be seriously appreciated. And of course, if you're new to the channel or if you have not already subscribed, right around 57% of viewers watching are not subbed to the channel yet. And we are on the road to 800K. If you want to stay up to date with everything going on in COD, this is the best place to be. Feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. And also, tomorrow is going to be the last day, I believe, for the whole month that Code Immortal gets you 30% off your entire G Fuel orders. So if you want to grab anything there, now is the best time to do so. A new starter pack, a shaker cup, a tub, whatever it may be, Code Immortal has you covered. But let's get into these patch notes. The first thing I want to point out, look at our table of contents here. We had updates on the 7th, the 9th, the 10th, twice on the 15th, the 16th, and the 19th. We've had a plethora, a multitude of updates since Pacific launched. It's kind of crazy, like I said in the intro there, but update on December 19th. So first up, gameplay. The fire sale public event has been adjusted to last a fixed duration. This is actually a huge update and something I was going to talk about in a future video later on this week. The fire sale in Vanguard Royale and in regular BR lasts for like 3 minutes. So that is free buybacks if your team goes down, which is nice because that keeps the lobby up, but also clusters, airstrikes, gas masks, UAVs, self-revives, all this stuff just gets spammed. It kind of ruins the cash flow for the remainder of the game because everyone buys 19 million UAVs, so they don't have any cash after the fire sale is over. Every gunfight, you have to try and insta-finish everyone because everyone's got a self in the game. Clusters and airstrikes absolutely destroy gunfight and fun engagements, so that's a huge update there that's going to last a fixed duration rather than an entire zone. Definitely happy to see that. For bug fixes, fixed collision issues with various elements across Caldera. We're probably going to see this listed in every single patch notes video for the remainder of the year. It seems like every update so far has had fixed collision issues. This is different exploit areas, different areas where you should be able to jump up on top of things. Sometimes you can't, so handful of new updates there. Fixed an issue causing the Festive Fervor event challenges to not track, so hopefully that'll be back on the menu now and you can actually go ahead and complete those challenges in game if you want to get that new blueprint. Fixed an issue causing additional placeholder images to appear for store bundles. Same deal with other store bundles, I guess. Fixed an issue causing placeholder text to appear underneath unlock criteria, the XP bar for locked vehicles, so just more UI issues basically. Fixed an issue causing some store bundles to appear at the incorrect rarity. That was an issue that we also saw fixed before. An issue causing the festive deal discount to not apply when gifting a store bundle. So if you're in the holiday mood, you're trying to spread some cheer and gift some bundles to your friends, now you'll actually be able to get the discount. Fixed an issue causing some incorrect pricing on store bundles. Then also fixed an issue where the space issue MP40 blueprint showed that it had vital instead of brace. For what it's worth, Vital was not actually working on that MP40. I know Ace went in and tested it. It was not working in multiplayer. It was not working in Vanguard. So it was not a pay-to-win blueprint, but it did display that it had Vital when it really didn't. So they've gone ahead and they've fixed that as well. Now we get into the weapon tuning. So weapon adjustments. When considering these changes in a vacuum, they may seem rather peculiar. Due to the nature of Vanguard weapons, tuning is much less straightforward. Adjustments to base weapons are not as impactful as they once were, and that's because we have so many different damage adjusting options with Vanguard weapons. Vanguard attachments can completely alter the behavior of a weapon, including its damage profile, fire rate, and recoil, so exactly what I just said. When we make these adjustments, we are considering the weapon holistically in pretty much every way it can be built, right? So our goal is for these weapons to be just as viable with one of these attachments as it can be with all of them. This allows weapons to support all sorts of play styles and gameplay preferences rather than solely just rapid fires. So the Cooper Carbine, probably the most popular weapon in the game right now because it's good at a range. It's especially good up close. The maximum damage was decreased by 1. The minimum damage was also decreased by 1. So it's going to do less damage all around there. And the ADS speed was decreased. And these changes actually took effect in a previous update. They just didn't list them out, I guess. So seems like some stealth changes are going to be happening here and there. They say, we understand those who have taken a liking to the Cooper will be sad to see it receive some rather impactful adjustments. See additional changes in the attachment section below. The Cooper Carbine with all the fire rate attachments could reach a near 1200 RPM, which considering its innate accuracy and assault rifle damage range was problematic, which is why it was like the best SMG in the game, even though it was a rifle. High rate of fire weapons, of which many Vanguard weapons can become, must be carefully tuned to offset the extreme level of forgiveness that trait provides. We believe in that regard there is much work ahead of us. The Cooper Carbine is still going to be effective, but is now more likely to lose fights to SMGs in short range engagements. So very important stuff to note there. The Cooper might not be that go-to secondary, that pocket SMG. So for the attachments on Assault Rifle Charlie, this is going to be the bar for the barrel. The 27-inch horizontal recoil control and vertical control was decreased, and the 30-inch, same deal. As stated above, changes to weapons and attachments are not quite what they used to be. While we are reducing the amount of recoil control provided by these barrels, this can easily be compensated with other attachments like fore and rear grips. Muzzles can even help out here, like with the Mercury, for instance, so you can still get easy control on this stuff. It may require popular builds to shift around somewhat, and as a result, other downsides like poor mobility may become more apparent. We feel balancing risk versus reward is important. If each weapon build were one size fits all regardless of individual skill, we diminish our journey of mastery. Always a plane when there's patch notes. It's like they go hand in hand. Ideally, over time, we graduate from needing an excess of recoil from our attachments to prioritizing more beneficial attributes like damage, range, and mobility. Then on the Cooper Carbine, the Gracie Rapid Auto, which is now like that main like close range SMG barrel, now multiplies damage by 0.9. The headshot damage is 1.07, upper torso is 99, and the increase to vertical recoil is now up by 5%, so it's going to be slightly less effective all around. For magazines, on the bar once again, the Clouser 30-round horizontal recoil was also decreased there, and then on the 50 BMG 30, but not the 40, the horizontal and vertical control was also decreased by 4%, so for both of those. However, they don't, like I said, just specify the 50 BMG 40 round mag, so I'm wondering if that, because it's a heavier mag, in theory offers more recoil, because the recoil control rather, because the weapon weighs more in theory, I guess. So we'll have to see if that gets changed at all in the future, but it might be more worth using the 40 round over the 30 if you're using the bar and you want a little bit more control. And then for the Cooper Carbine, the 9mm 60 round drums, the damage multiplier was actually increased and the move speed was decreased. So that's an interesting damage multiplier increase. It's not much, but it's something. Might make it a little bit stronger in some very niche situations, but overall, like they said, it's not going to be that same pocket SMG as it was before, which is rather interesting because the Cooper Carbine was kind of that go-to close range weapon that I saw a lot of players running. They were using that in the Bren, that and the bar, for instance. So you're definitely going to have to go in and change things up. For what it's worth, after this update, just looking at these brief notes here, what do I think is still going to be incredibly dominant? I mean, the bar, despite the recoil nerfs, recoil's easy in COD, let's be real here. It's just learning a simple pattern. I still think that'll be a solid option. The AS-44 as sort of a close range secondary could be really good. We got a video coming on that very soon, so stay tuned for that. Obviously, the MP40 is still very good. The Type 100, the Sten, the Owen gun, all good for close range as well. So there's still plenty of options, but definitely two significant nerfs to some of the more popular weapons that we have right now. Maybe tomorrow we'll see some more weapon tuning, or potentially the day after. Like I said at the start, it seems like this is a day-to-day thing at this point. But if you guys enjoyed the video as we come to a close on this one, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with everything, especially these updates that are constantly dropping, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever I post a new video. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.